I know what you're thinking. What is that? That, dear readers, is an electric car. Most likely Top Gear's first Philippine electric car test drive. It's called the Weltmeister W5. We're here to see if it's good or not. So, let's try it. Thank you. The door handles open outward. They feel solid enough. This is an unusual way of opening your car. But hopefully in 10 years, they're still good. But your door handles, you can replace them. Inside the W5, it's basically the same as most cars. The build quality is it's okay. Soft materials, that's good. These are nice soft materials. There's no start-stop button. This starts the whole thing. It's a rotary gear selector, although it doesn't have gears, it doesn't have a transmission. Just reverse, neutral, drive. It's a big air-conditioned golf cart. We know what you're thinking again. Who left an iPad on the dashboard? Easily the biggest screen in any car in the Philippine market today, even after the all-new Ranger arrives. I think it's bigger. You can see it's a high-res screen. I don't think it's Retina, Apple Retina level, but it's a good screen and it's red. They match the color of the car to what they will show inside. And you can control the angle, how high the rear hatch opens. So moving on, it's the catchphrase these days, moving on. You can see the other functions, and this is for tire pressure. So you see, and then one touch quick check. Tire pressure is normal. That's good. Normal is good. Cameras. This is nice, but many cars have it by now. Nissan has it. Mazdas have it. Hondas have had it for years. But it's nice. It actually has a built-in dash cam that you just put your SD card in and it records. Audio system is not bad, actually. And it has a lot of speakers. There's speakers here on the doors, and these shiny things, they actually remind me of Burmester sound systems you can see in high-end European brands. I tried the USB slot. It won't recognize my iPhone. I don't know why. Maybe you need a Xiaomi to connect to it, but it won't recognize it. So it will connect via Bluetooth, but for a direct connection to the music, it didn't recognize it. It charges my phone, but it didn't recognize the files. AC last. What I don't like about it, it can adjust the angle of the hatch to 59% if you want, but there's no navigation. There's no CarPlay, there's no Android Auto, there's no built-in navigation. It's a shame. We don't know yet if it can be upgraded to something with navigation. We hope so. The best thing about it is, you hear that? Exactly, nothing. There's no sound. There's just the sound of the blower. I step on the gas. Nothing. There's no revving. There's no engine sound. There's no engine, so it's quiet. To be fair, most modern cars are already quiet. Not like 20 years ago when you can hear them coming from miles away. But many people will still not be used to this. This is what an electric car sounds like. How does the W5 drive? It's not bad. It's a crossover. It's kind of comfortable. You hear nothing again except the sound from the air vents. A little outside noise. I wish it were more quiet actually. In this eco mode, acceleration is not bad. Also, I like that term. This is to save battery. But it has a sport mode. There's a palpable difference. Hang on. What's that sound? The brakes are good. Suspension is okay. A little too soft for my taste. It doesn't handle that well, actually. But the brakes are very good. And at this point, they're regenerating. So the lost momentum, this is a trick hybrids can do. The excess energy, it will give back to the battery. When you brake, you lose energy, right? Remember your physics lesson? This does that. There's a guy peeing. But it's a little heavy. Damn. Oh. Everything's flying in the back. Lakas, no? But you feel the weight. You do feel the weight of the car. So that's the thing with EVs. You have a heavy battery right under this floor. It helps with the center of gravity, but you really can't cheat physics. Some car brands can cheat physics, but that will cost you. This is something the Audis and BMWs and Benzes can do. Go back to sport eco mode, and we're just cruising. We're cruising. It's a comfortable car, and it's great for city driving. Point A to point B. The aircon is good. The aircon is good. It's very humid now. I think it's about to rain, but the cabin is comfortable. So the battery, you're wondering, how far can it go? Weltmeister rates this at a 402 or 3 kilometer range. It's big. That's a lot of kilometers. So you can go to Tarlac and back easily, in theory. But so the rated range is in perfect conditions. Like no traffic, your aircon is not too strong, daytime, you're not using up the lights. As with gasoline cars, your driving style and other factors affect the range. If certain factors affect the range, you will see the distance, it can go decrease quickly. We got this at 99% the other day, and I've driven it to BGC, around the city a bit, and it's now at 81%. That includes a couple of exciting high-speed runs. And those things quickly deplete the battery. It's gonna be a whole mindset change when you have an electric vehicle. You're gonna have to really think about when and how you're going to recharge it. So, which leads us to recharging. One of the most important questions, how does it charge? It comes with its own plug. God, it looks heavy. Ito parang natatakot ako. Parang heavy duty, oh. This is needed because you need a grounding plug for this. Do not remove this, like what you do with your computers. So you just charge it, just plug it in. It needs to be grounded. Hindi ko lang kung abot. Ito ang problem ko. Nakita mo niya, ayun o, dun yung outlet. Likot. Go in! Baka nga abot. As your girlfriend might ask, will it fit? Nakaba, no? Moment of truth. Huh? Ay, okay lang. Okay lang. Yeah. This is the AC charger. The W5 has two charging ports. So, this is the traditional slow charger. From zero, it will take 8.4 hours to charge your car from zero to full capacity using this. So, you know, doctors always said you need a good 8 hours of sleep. So, it will force you to sleep longer. Now, let's see if it's working. Yon! Like your typical cell phone, these are the bars. This is not just the logo. These are the battery indicator bars. So 80%, 20, 20, 20, 20. So 80%, and we're charging the last 20%. But it has another fast charging port. Tada! This is the DC charging port. If you can find a compatible charger, this will charge your car to 80% in about 35 minutes. So, coffee break. How much does the W5 cost? There's no official price yet. That's the short answer. They say it will cost between 2.5 million and 3 million. So, this makes it about the price of the Nissan Leaf, the segment they're fighting in. What do you think of the price? Would I recommend the Weltmeister W5? You know, it doesn't look bad, right? Tesla-ish design, modern crossover, no grille, that's special, and the ground clearance is good. It will get you over bad roads. I think if you want to try an EV, it's not a bad first vehicle for you. But it should not be your first car. And at this price, it probably won't be. You're safer with a typical gasoline crossover or diesel SUV. If you want to get your feet wet in the EV segment, it's not a bad choice, really. And speaking of wet, what happens if you go through a flood? They said this is IP68 certified. So it has a degree of water resistance. Remember, there's no engine, there's no air and the fuel combustion taking place. It doesn't need an intake. Is it a submarine? No. Underneath this, it's not a frunk. There's an electric motor with high voltage connections. Best not to get it wet or don't go through very deep floods. I don't want to know what happens when those high voltage connections hit water. It's a promising EV, especially for a first-time brand in the Philippines. But remember, we're still in the early stages of electric vehicles in the Philippines. There are very few chargers, and the few chargers that are there might not work. It's a risk. But if you're a person who likes taking risks, likes trying new things, you want to experience what first world countries are already experiencing, it's worth a shot. So that was the Weltmeister W5. Did you like it? Do you want more EV content? We'll try to borrow more, but there's not a lot. But we hope you like this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more fun content from Top Gear Philippines.